Like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm over the dinner stage. Like I don't want to go to dinner. I want to go to the mall because it's like,
Okay, well, if you want to go to the mall on the first date, I'm keeping it real. That's gonna give off escort. That's gonna give off prostitute. That's gonna give that off immediately.
I'm 26 now, but when I was younger, around 2021, I was on Tinder. Because when I was younger, I had this goal to find a sugar daddy. Like that's not an old creepy sugar daddy, but just like an older gentleman that would help me out financially. I kind of evolved a little bit more. Like I'm more like an entrepreneur. I'm actually working in private equity. I've been on my own for a while, but I feel like recently my dad passed. It's 3 years now. It's been hitting me that like that was my person and I don't really have much of a support system. But it's like I haven't had support this whole time. You know what I mean? But for some reason it's just hitting differently. I think I'm ready for a relationship where a guy is actually helping me grow. Dating in general, when do you feel like it's too soon to request something? Because I kind of feel like in our day and age, I don't really have time for the 4 to 5 month period of, oh, I want to get to know you first. And then, like, I
What do
don't
you
have
mean
time.
request? What do you mean request? Like ask for money?
Like, not even ask for money, but like, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm over the dinner stage. Like, I don't want to go to dinner. I want to go to the mall because it's like,
Okay, well, if you want to go to the mall on the first date, I'm keeping it real. That's gonna give off escort. That's gonna give off prostitute. That's gonna give that off immediately.
yeah.
You know, if I'm being very blunt with you, that's what that's gonna get off. If you're on that type of time, sure.
It's just that guys, they be all on you on the first date. But that's kind of why I kind of feel like, okay, well, since you rushing that, let's go ahead and rush this.
Let me say this for everybody watching. It's not materialistic. If you're meeting a stranger for the first time and the first thing you're asking out of your mouth is take me to Chanel, that means this is transactional, right? I'm not saying you can't get the goods. I'm not saying that. But if you're doing that when you meet them off the bat, hello, hi, my name is, take me to here, that means it's transactional. But let's call a thing right now. Let's just call a thing a thing.
So what do you think is a good time period to wait? Like, not to necessarily ask, but where you think it's appropriate. It's not my intention. It's just that men be all on you on the first date.
What does all on you mean?
Like, okay. But men be trying to have sex on the first date. Like, they try to get you to come back to their house. They want kisses. They do a lot.
Well, that means we're staying on a date too long. And like someone said, you don't have boundaries.
Okay.
And we're drinking too much. We're having more than 2 drinks, more than 1 drink on the first date. And we're staying on the date too long. So that's giving him the impression that you're down.
Oh.
We're having more than 1 drink. If we're staying there too long, if we're getting too comfortable, then yes. He's going to think that, okay, she's down.
So this is a good one. Shout out to Ashley Dalton. I like the way she keeps it real. I don't watch her show all the time, but when these clips do pop up, I think she does give pretty much good advice. You know what I mean? From what I've seen. And to make women see like how crazy you sound with a lot of the shit that you be saying. And in this case, hey, if that's the type of time you on, and I've said this before, and Ashley just happened to say it right here. If that's the type of time you on, let me know what's up. Because if you can ask for something, I can ask for something. And she say dudes be on you like that, which I know is certain type of dudes that be trying to just get straight to it on the first date. A lot of you guys trying to kiss women in the mouth on the first date and all that stuff like that. You know, it's all depends. If that's the type of time you on, then expect the woman to ask you for something. It's transactional at the end of the day. Now, having a vibe is different. And you have women all in the comments saying, JR, you expect a woman to have 3 bodies or less, but yet still a lot of y'all want a woman to sleep with you on the first date. I'm not that type of dude. I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna look at you different. Because like I said, a lot of times it's the dudes that the women ghost the dudes, and the dudes like, hey, what happened to you? Ain't like it used to be where a woman be like, are you gonna call me and stuff? No, it's the dudes. A dude's like, are you gonna call me? Why aren't you picking up the phone? You know, the dudes are getting attached. But she's 26 years old. The funny thing what she was saying was that she's an entrepreneur. She's in this equity funding or whatever it was she says. But you want to know automatically with this Shira 7 stuff, which I covered a video in the past about a single mom was like, it worked. I asked him to bring me such and such. It worked. But she also said she wanted a guy that will make her better, that will help her out in these aspects, help you out by taking you to the mall. You want to go straight to the mall. You don't want to do dinner. There are a few types of women, right? I'm pretty sure if most women could, they would want a guy to take them to the mall, take them to go get something, whether that be some heels, whether that be a new outfit or whatever have you on the first date. They would. This woman's just a little bit more honest about it. So if you guys are trying to clap, then let it be transactional. She don't want to take the money. She just wants you to buy her something instead. That's different. Let's just be upfront on these dates, because it sounds like she wants to sponsor. That's what this young lady sounds like. I want to sponsor. I don't really care about love at this point. These dudes are trying to clap. how are you presenting yourself? She said what Ashley was saying, you're staying too long on a date, you're not setting boundaries, you're drinking too much. A date, depending on how you have it set up, it needs to be understood. If you feel like a dude, you can say yes or no. Yo, will you accompany me back to the crib? You want to, how old girl say, you want to get into some more adventures later? If she says no, that's cool. And a dude shouldn't be going off, oh, you know, you stuck up. Nah. But it sounds like her main thing is this Shira 7 ideology of asking for money. How soon can I ask for money? Which I don't think I've ever heard that one. How soon can I ask for some bread? That is wild to me. But some dudes are ready to do that. Some dudes are ready to part with their funds. Some people got more money. Some dudes got more money than they have time. They want to get straight to the point. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us, including women, will want people to get straight to the point. What you say, screw all that 5 months waiting, got this representative in place trying to convince you of somebody that you're really not. I'm this person, when you really just want to get straight to the buns. But like I always tell you guys, buns get old. I mean, you guys know this. Buns get old. And if you got a woman that's just, every time you see her, and I mean, I get older guys are just like, yo, I'm paying her to leave. I want her to make me feel like somebody, give me a Lewinsky or the buns, and then go on about your business. I get it if that's your lifestyle, but there needs to be an understanding, especially you women. And you will have some guys who readily go for it. And when dudes do it, it's kind of coming off as disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But bros are just like, okay, that's the type of time you want. I can respect that. And I think as a man, you have no choice but to respect that. If she's a 304 and she's telling you that, you can choose to partake in her 304ism, or you can choose to go on about your business. But all this stuff is transactional at the end of the day. Women want guys to approach. They're calling guys creep. She said, I don't want a creepy old man. But what you think the man want? You want a sugar daddy? You don't think he wants sugar? I tell you, and I commented earlier, and not to say that because there are white women who are sugar babies, but just being in a relationship now with black women, you have to pay to be in a relationship, just in general. All the things set in place, and let's not even say that a lot of times it's the chip on the shoulder and the attitude you got to deal with too. So fellas, I encourage this type of behavior for her to tell you up front. That's what she's about. Can you take me to the store? I'll exchange some buns for this. Take me to the mall. Take me to get this. I'll exchange this for that. And just live a lifestyle of that. Maybe it may be fulfilling for a lot of you ladies to just get material possessions. I don't know how far ahead that's going to get you in life other than appearances only, but hey, some women are really out here living like that. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this and skipping dinner, taking her to the mall on the first date, taking her shopping. And I'm going to leave with this because I was on a dating app one time and I think it was Hinge, and she put in her note straight up. She said, when we match, I like to have fine dining and a dozen of roses on the first date. If you can't do that, then don't even bother matching. And I was like, I got to have a dozen roses and take you to a fine dining on the first date? She said, yes, if you want to impress me. I said, well, I think my presence is enough to impress you because I could change your life, baby, at the end of the day. And she was like, okay, all right. But that's what type of time these women is on, and I had no choice but to respect it. That's what she wants. Because I guess she feels like it's not what you deserve, it's what you negotiate, right? Let me know what you guys think, man. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.